What is going on, guys? Dante here for Animespaceship, and this is the episode review for Boku no Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 9. This was a great episode, guys, so let's get straight into it! Yo, I think I broke my mic, man. Let's do this! So the episode starts with the UA press conference while UA is being questioned about everything that happened at the training camp. And they talked about Bakugo and his temper and how that is like one of the main reasons that the villain might have kidnapped him to make him into a villain. So, and they were basically about and saying that that they're probably brainwashing Bakugo as we speak right now and turning him into a villain. It was a whole thing, and then Eraser takes he like stands up and he said he takes full responsibility for Bakugo and tells them that he assures them that Bakugo won't switch and go to the evil side. And then the reporter was like, how are you so sure about that? Me personally, I think that's a way of foreshadowing something. I don't know if Bakugo is actually going to turn into a villain or not. I think he is not, because if you can see, that's just his way to show his dedication that he wants to become a hero. He always did it that way. He just doesn't seem like the character that would turn into a villain. After that scene, we go back to Bakugo and the League of Villains in their hideout coffee shop or whatever, and Bakugo saying that the school cares about him more than he thought, and that's more one of the reasons he won't join them. And he also figures out that he has to fight to get out, because he knew that the villains wouldn't put a hand on him. And then quickly Dabi and the rest was about to attack him, but Shiragami like struck out his hand. But the warp guy was quick to say that Shiragami, don't use your powers, but he misunderstood Shiragami a bit. But Shiragami was like, nobody touches Bakugo. And yeah, he said nobody touches Bakugo, which is like, I didn't really have any thoughts on that scene. But yeah, he was just like, nobody touched Bakugo, and he looks back to his webcam and was like, master. Before we can say something, we go back in time a bit. We then switch back to Deku, to the rookie Ida, Yasuruzu, and Kirishima on their attempt to save Bakugo at a wrong location, FYI. They then find a factory that the tracker led them to, but they don't know how much villains are inside, so they're trying to find a way to go inside, because they were like, it seems empty, but they didn't want to risk to go inside. They used their quirks, and they weren't gonna use their quirks anyway. They were just like doing a stealth mission to go on and save Bakugo, basically. After that, we then go back to the heroes, all gathered up for the plan to save Bakugo, and they find out about the two locations, and they reveal that their plan was that the principal Nezu, the not rabbit, but the mouse, had to act like he didn't know about any leads, while they knew about all the two locations which the heroes and I'll get into the other things in a bit, were hiding. So yeah, we go back to the heroes then saying that they're going to save Bakugo on the night that they did the press conference, because the villains wouldn't expect that at all, and that actually worked. Just before that, we then go back to Deku and the rest, and they are still trying to get in, and Deku suggests that the best way to go get intel inside is to go from the back. Before they did that, we had a funny scene which two guys came up to flirt with Ruzo, and then Todoroki was like, let's just keep it moving. And that was kind of funny, because Todoroki then makes a valid point, was like, would the villains really be hiding out in an open place like this? So they went to the back to the back, and they found a window to the back, and we saw Kirishima. He bought like this expensive 15k yen like night vision goggles or whatever, and Deku told him to go look inside, and then he looked inside and he was just shook because he found out that there was actually a Nomu factory inside, and he was freaking out, and he passed the camera out to Deku, and Deku saw that too, and they quickly realized that they're at the wrong hideout, that they didn't find Bakuro. We cut back to the villains and Bakuro with Shigaraki saying to One for All. If you guys don't know who One for All is, we will be making a video about that soon, so keep an eye out for that because it's going to be out really soon. But anyways, he was saying to One for All to lend him his power, and Bakuro mocks Shigaraki for being a sidekick and not the actual leader of the League of Villains. Shigaraki wanted to put Bakuro back to sleep. Just when they were about to do it, then someone knocks on the door and claims to be a pizza delivery guy, and was like, pizza delivery here, making everybody drop their guard. And all of a sudden, guys, the wall just smashed, and we heard smash, and All Might just barges in with Kamui and Gran Torino. They just barge in, and edge shot, I think he's the number 5 hero, was there too, and Todoroki's father was the number 2 hero, and Endeavor was outside too, just in case anybody was like going to escape. So they had a bulletproof plan, because Kamui like captured all of them up, and Alma was like, Kirishima, your plan is done. Then the villain started thinking of a plan and was trying to wrap the Nomus to All Might's location, but Mount Lady and Genius already took care of it as they went to that factory where Deku and his friends were, but they weren't discovered though, and they found out that basically their plan failed. Gran Torino starts to tell Shigaraki that their plan failed and to tell them where One for All is hiding, but like Shigaraki like started to go like insane, and he got like a flashback of One for All when he was a kid, and starts to scream when suddenly Nomu starting appearing, and the heroes loses control of the situation, and they went with Bakuro, and everything went downhill, and All Might tried to grab Bakuro before he warped away, but it was too late. Everyone starts fighting, and All Might figures out that All for One is back. We go back to Deku and the others. We then see All for One talking to Tiger. He appeared, but Tiger of course didn't know who All for One is. To Tiger telling him that Ragdoll's quirk was so useful he had to steal it, and that he didn't like steal a quirk like this in a while because his body was all jacked up. Without like a second glance, Genius attacks All for One and gets absolutely destroyed. Like the episode ended then on a cliffhanger, and like after the intro before we saw like the preview for the next episode, we saw a clip from Deku and his friends like feeling the presence of All for One and how they felt like dead inside just by seeing All for One, and Deku realizes that, hey, this is the guy I eventually have to fight. And then the episode ends. For me personally, this wasn't a bad episode. It was a really good episode, just because there was a lot of hype surrounding it, because we all wanted to see All for One, and we finally saw him, and we just saw how the heroes like lost control of the whole situation, and that was just amazing. If I have to give this episode a rating, I would definitely give this episode a 9 out of 10. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm Dante from Animespaceship, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.